Today, this reading is inspired by these beautiful peonies. When I looked up the symbolism of the peony flower, one thing that came up was transformation. It said peony's gradual unfoldment can represent the blossoming of the human spirit, with each layer representing a step towards enlightenment. This can encourage people to embrace change and welcome the new. So I just love that so much, especially that gradualness. I think, let me see, is there a bud in here somewhere? I thought there was. Yeah, right there. Look at it's hiding. It's so pretty, isn't it? So I think that's, what is meant by that. Like, look how tight this is in a bud, and then it creates this huge, beautiful blossom, but it is that one layer at a time. It's making me think of that quote that goes something like, you remain tight in a bud until, like the risk to remain, let me just look it up really quick. Okay, so it says, and the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. I just love that. So all of that is inspiring this reading. We are going to do a 3-card spread. It's a transformation reading, and the 3 cards are going to represent your past, present, and future. And so we're going to pull from the tarot here, and then if we need clarifiers, or I think I am going to clarify with the Soul Trees deck. So part of what's inspiring this reading is when I read that description of the symbolism of peonies, I thought about a time in my life when I didn't feel like I so desired transformation, but I didn't feel like a lot was happening. And I was so frustrated. And a practice I had during that time was, so probably for about 3 months, on a weekly basis, I would sit down and I would write down anything that happened during the week that I felt like was progress or that I was proud of. And it was a really powerful practice because inevitably I would have like minimum of 1 page, but often like 3 to 5 pages in my journal of things that I had done that week, progress that I had made that I was proud of. And it really helped open my eyes to the fact that like transformation really is, as it described in this like peony symbolism description, it's like this layer by layer baby step process. But then we look back over seasons and chunks of time, and there really is, oh my God, look at this. I just am noticing this rainbow on our on the mat here. I'm sitting in front of my sun porch, and I have like crystals hanging in there, and so sometimes rainbows come through. But it looks, isn't it like complement beautifully this arrangement? It's just gorgeous. So I think that, I mean, like rainbows represent that renewal process too, right? Where as we are willing to let old versions of ourselves, like metaphorically, die, that's very difficult, and there is renewal in that. And so I think I just love this idea. I wanted to, with this reading, my intention was to help get like some kind of concrete, boom, this was your past, this is your present, this is your future, so that you can see, help you bring some awareness to the powerful changes that you're making. Because if you're tuning into this, I have no doubt you are making powerful changes, even if you feel like you're in a season that I described before, where it's like, it feels like nothing is happening. So one thing I want to preface with my past, present, future readings, I don't really read them predictively. I read them more, whatever cards come out, they're all going to be positioned positively, because I know that the collective I'm reading for is one who has invested a lot of time in their healing and inner work. And so I know it just doesn't, I don't like to do divination predictively in that manner. And it doesn't make sense to me that you're like being called towards anything negative. Does that make sense? So it's like whatever cards come out here is more to bring awareness to 2 of Pentacles in reverse for the past. Bring awareness to like the real transformative work that you're doing. So I hope that makes sense. We'll see what comes out. So Knight of Swords in the present in reverse, and then the future, please. Final card for the viewer at the time they view this video. We've got their past in terms of their transformative journey. We've got their present, future, please. Oh my God, did you hear, I kind of did the deck like that, there was a bird that was tapping on the window. We have this one bird that goes around and it taps on our windows, and it's so interesting. I feel like, I don't know exactly what it is. Oh my God, 10 of Pentacles upright. Look at that. Wow, 2 of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So I don't know, I just love it so much. Sometimes I feel like the bird, it's the same bird. Sometimes I feel like it's like wanting a relationship. Sometimes I feel like it's like trying to tell me something. But in that regard, I felt like it was kind of just like validating the message. Okay, so now let's get some clarifiers from the Soul Tree deck. So clarifier for the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, please. So 2 of Pentacles in reverse is what showed up in the position of your past in terms of your transformational journey. Ooh, inner power to clarify. Look at, isn't that card beautiful? Wow. Okay, clarifier for the Knight of Swords in the present. Inspiration, wow. Oh my gosh, just gorgeous cards. Wow. Okay, finally, clarifier for the 10 of Pentacles upright. And I know I said like, I was like, any card in the future position would be positioned positively, but, and 10 of Pentacles in your future is, wow, what a fun card to get. That is such a beautiful card of alignment and prosperity. Oh, wow, look at this. Okay, so let's get this set up so you can see all of them. Bottom of the deck on the Soul Trees card is change, which I love. And isn't that interesting? I mean, we have a transformation and change reading, and then we just get that validation that, you know, this is all about change. Okay. Wow, I love this reading so much. I mean, the story that's coming through, I'm really excited to share it with you. But, and the imagery alone, isn't it just gorgeous? I mean, wow, I love doing these readings so much. I love the synchronicities. I just like love looking at them. It's like I get to, in doing them, there's like different pieces of art that is created each time, which is just like such a joy to be a part of and to witness. And then I love the stories coming through, but most of all, I just truly love this collective that I am reading for. If this is meant for you and you resonate with my videos, I'm just like reading for a collective that has so much health and robustness and determination for better and good. And you're doing the work necessary to do that. And it's just such a joy. So thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you. Yeah, thank you for allowing me to read for you. It's just truly, you know, this channel, I started just about a year ago, and it's been so unexpected. I did not see it coming, and it's been just this absolute joy, and I just love it so much. So thank you for tuning in. It really means the world to me. So with that said, let's get to the story of your reading. We have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse as your past, and it is clarified by the inner power card from the Soul Trees deck. So I just love the message that this is sending, because what it's telling me is that in the past you decided you didn't want your life just to be about juggling responsibilities. So 2 of Pentacles upright, when it's positioned more negatively, can just be like this never-ending juggling. So it can be like exhaustion, burnout, like not moving forward. You know, when it's positioned positively, it can be more like this nice flow with the realities of life. But more negatively, it's that like, I can't get off this hamster wheel of what life requires. I'm just like burnt out. I'm so on and so forth. And so, you know, because it's in reverse and because it's clarified by inner power in your past, I think you very much took a stand that something had to change. And I mean, that's very much in the bottom of the deck here to a certain extent. Like, so bottom of the deck to me is just kind of the underlying essence that's present with all of these. It's kind of the why behind the what. And we have the 2 of Swords in the reverse with change upright from the Soul Tree deck. And it's like you took a stand for change, which is like sort of funny. It's like spirits like winking at us because we're doing a transformation and change journey. But I love that so much because it's like you like in a transformation and change journey, I'm not sure there's better cards to show up at the bottom of the deck to indicate that you are truly a change agent in your own life. Because Two of Swords upright can be like this really difficult energy of like an unwillingness to see the choices you are making, the different choices you could make. It's like this resistance to the idea that we are beings of choice, and a resistance to seeing all the small and large choices we're making that are making up our life. And so in this, I see you are detoxing that resistance. You have been, you currently are, because you are truly a change agent in your own life, which I mean, I think you can just like even rest on that. So if you're coming to this reading, like, is anything even happening in my life? Am I transforming? It's like the bottom of the deck alone is saying, boom, change agent. You are in the transformational journey. And I just love it because it started by you tapping into your inner power and making a choice to make your life be more about just juggling obligations. So here we are now moving to the center of your reading, which is the present energy, which is just really beautiful. I mean, what I love so much, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and look at how when it's in reverse in this reading, we have this like pinpointing energy going forward, where like if it was upright, it would be pointing to the back, but now it's going forward, like this hot pink, beautiful energy. And I just feel like that's just such a powerful sign. So what is it saying? Knight of Swords in reverse, or Knight of Swords upright, positioned more negatively to me often means like impulsive. Which is just so interesting. It's in reverse and it's being clarified by inspiration. And so I really do feel like that, I mean, it's such a beautiful message of like, you're transforming any like negative ways that you make impulsive decisions through the energy of inspiration. So put another way, instead of like taking action, making choices from survival mode, from past ways that you made choices that was maybe more, maybe it came from like trauma responses or things of that nature. You're more and more now making choices from the energy of inspiration. So just feel into the difference of that, like shifting from impulsive to inspirational. So impulsive action to inspired action. Do you feel the difference in that? Like that is powerful change. I mean, this alone, all of these alone are just powerful, but like this whole story is just incredible. So, I mean, I just love that so much. In the past, you decided my life has to be more about juggling, more than I have to get on my purpose. I have to change. I have to realize where I'm making choices. It has to be more than just me juggling obligations, getting burnt out. So you used your inner power to make some powerful choices in that regard. Now in the present, you're really working on looking at yourself clearly and seeing where you're making choices from old ways, like old impulses, maybe even like from childhood. Unconscious things you learned in childhood that worked for you in that setting, but don't work for you now as an adult. You're shifting to this more idea of inspiration. And I'm definitely getting this energy of like nervous system healing in this present column here, because I think nervous system healing is at the root of what can allow us to go from impulsive behavior to more inspired action, right? Because nervous system healing is like, we were coded a certain way by our culture, by our subculture, and by our families when we were young. Like our nervous system was literally coded, right? And so we have to get in our body and get in the nervous system to change that coding so that we can hear higher level insight and take action from higher level choice energy instead of just that impulsive energy. So if any of this is resonating, you may be well versed in nervous system healing and things like somatic experiencing. And if you're not and you're intrigued, I would look those things up on YouTube. So put in somatic experiencing, put in nervous system healing, and I bet you're going to find some really great stuff that could help you further settle into this season that you're in. That is really incredible because it's, just laser focusing you into becoming your future self, which is the Ten of Pentacles, and it's clarified by mystery. Okay, but let's just see here. Okay, I thought it was a different card, so we'll never mind. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles clarified by mystery. Okay, so this is, I mean, this is just so beautiful. This in and of itself is almost like a paradox, because Ten of Pentacles is not mysterious. Ten of Pentacles is something you can count on, is energy you've built within yourself and in the tangible world that you can count on. But I just love that it's showing up with mystery, because it's almost like, because you, well, let me back up. Ten of Pentacles, to me, even more than just like financial prosperity, it really, it is an alignment card. It's an integrity card. It's being in integrity with your innate values and visions. It's being in alignment with the definitions, with the laws of Mother God and Mother Nature. And from that, because of that, you have prosperity and sustainability and sovereignty and abundance. But it's what lasts, because there's the alignment with, the proper alignment is in place. You're in integrity with what you want to be in integrity with. And so, but then the mystery card shows up, and I think, again, like, there's just such a beautiful paradox here, because I think it's representing that when you have that sort of alignment in place, you can surrender to the beautiful mysteries of life, which is where, like, the magic and mystery, and then the ever evolving and transforming nature of being human can open up. And so there's just like, I'm just getting this incredible vibe from these cards, and from this, more importantly, from this journey that you are on, that you have been on. It really is rooted in actual change versus like a pseudo idea of transformation. Like, I'm going to try to make my life better, but I don't want to actually change. And I'm laughing because, like, that used to be my story unconsciously, is I thought I was already fine or good or whatever. And of course we're all innately good, but, like, you know, for your life to actually get better, like, a real deep, nitty gritty transformational process has to happen, right? And I avoided that for a long time unconsciously. And so I just, you're not doing that, is what I'm trying to say. And it's just, like, so powerful to see so clearly laid out in these cards and such beautiful imagery. You've already done such incredible work, but I think having the Ten of Pentacles and mystery show up in your future, with the bottom of the deck being the Two of Swords and change, you certainly have such beauty to look forward to. And I just really think it comes down to this willingness to change, this willingness to tap into your inner power, pick up your swords of choice, and do the nitty-gritty work of being the change agent of your own life. So thank you so much for tuning in. It's such a joy to read for this collective, and this reading in and of itself was just so fun for me to do. So thank you. I wish you all the best. Keep going. You're doing really great work.